Want to support your favorite content creator without spending a dime? Now you can with Gawkbox. Hop on your Android or iOS device and search for the creator, I kind of like this guy, and scroll through and find out ways you can donate to the creator for free. What's going on, everybody? I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be recording this and even uploading this, or if this is going to be for someone specific that's like, I need help editing a video. I've done this before on stream, and I've done this before just helping out somebody. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit a video that I'm going to be working on to upload for tomorrow, and I'll just explain what I'm doing. This is going to be kind of more basic-ish. I've done a lot of stuff already where I've already added in my background music down here on the audio track too, so when you can kind of hear it. You can see the little bars jumping up there. And I've got it all fit in for the most part. I'm going to add a little bit of a gain here so it fades in properly. And I usually want it to fade in and start being at the right side of this gain means that's when it's full volume. So at the beginning, you won't hear it at all. And mute that too so you can. Okay, it's just really quiet at the beginning. So what I'll actually do is just shrink it up a little bit and then grab all my background audio, zoom back in. I need a new mouse that has like one of those adjustable mouse wheels where I can just unclick it and zoom in a bunch. Also might be able to mess with some hotkeys. We'll make the gain a little bit more. Anyway, good enough. Unmute the audio tracks.
Okay.
Always save your stuff.
Okay. Just kind of like the graph.
So we're shrinking up all the dead zones. I don't like doing the editing right here where I have like text in because my computer dies. I think my hard drive's dying.
Saying something about the graph.
You know, I'll talk shit about the graphics if you play on low texture. Come on now. And again, I'm just dragging, clicking, left clicking, and dragging to where I wanted to start. You know, I'll talk shit about the graphics if you play on low texture. Give a little bit more.
Oh yeah, I didn't. Oh no.
Him saying no, it's not really that important. So we'll shrink it to the next time I talk.
I didn't. I let everybody in chat be like, why don't your characters have eyes? They talk enough shit for me.
The champions have eyes. The new. So, hold on a minute. The Champions Have Eyes, the new Rob Zombie horror film. Okay, so we're going to try to make that funny. So what we're going to do here is, I think I've made it long enough to where if I drag it to the beginning, it'll be past the text. Yeah, the text right her. We'll add a fade there, we'll add a gain there, just by dragging and dropping. If you drop it right in the middle between two, I'll delete the stuff real quick. If you do it where they're connected, see how it kind of connects between the two? You can also drag it to where it's only on one side or the other. But this one just makes it so everything's nice and fadey. And then the other one is my added to dissolve, which is default bound to my, it's default temp, or what do you call it? It's my default transition. So you can hit Control D to go to your default transition, which is dissolve. Is the new Rob Zombie horror. So Rob Zombies, the Champions Have Eyes. I'm going to look up Hills Have Eyes. Didn't Rob Zombie do a version? All right, after 5 minutes of researching, I don't think it ever actually came out, and this makes me look stupid.
Why don't your characters have eyes?
So we'll just keep that in there.
What about me? This guy doesn't even know me. Oh my god, if I showed you Shroud's like tier 3 sub, free shit, woo. Yeah, I'll be giving it away. Don't worry, Panda. I'm not taking any of it. It's all yours. Except for the like lights.
I'm gonna ban Zen. Man, Cyrus talks a lot, eh? Because of the important stuff.
Have eyes.
Alright, so I'm gonna ban Zen. And if they first pick Kanessa, that's fine, because we're going to get Shaw and we're going to get like a top tier tank. Was that the right play? To be fair, it might be Placier. And that's kind of sketchy. If they don't pick Kanessa, I don't think Placier plays Kanessa, right? What was I thinking? He's more of a Strix player. I think he's still a good sniper. To be fair, it might be Placier. And that's kind of sketchy. What is going on in the background? If they don't pick Kanessa, then Kanessa's not really the greatest first pick, but it's an okay first rotation pick for second pick, which we are. That's a lot of work, especially if we know that they can't get Strix in response. Okay, I think that's that makes enough sense where I can keep that in. So again, I'm cutting out. So the way that I'm doing this, I'll go ahead and hit Control Z a couple times. Is you can see the dead space in between. I could just leave this. It just depends how much you want to edit your stuff. But I hit C for cut, and then I'll cut it right around where I stopped talking, and then hit V to go back to my normal pointer, and then left click, drag, and then left click, drag. C to cut, click, hit V, left click, drag, left click, drag. If you want to make it longer or shorter, you left click near the edge, and you'll see the little like bracket with the arrow coming up. But if you just highlight in the middle of it, it'll just be a white arrow, and that's when you know you can actually drag it. And then you just do a quick listen over to make sure it sounds fine. Which we are, especially if we know that they can't get Strix in response. It just sounds really fluid. That's all you're looking for. If you cut it too early, it won't sound fluid. Even if you don't cut off any audio, sometimes you want to add a little bit of a buffer just because most people don't talk that fast. I don't know.
I agree, thank you, Sama.
So they first pick Buck, which what that does is it makes it a little less appetizing. Right. So it's essentially it's still like a meh pick, first pick, still like a meh pick. So I say a meh pick, but I say what I want to say is like a first pick. So I'm going to shrink this up a little bit, and then I'm going to cut out the thing where I say pick, and again, it's C to cut, pressing V, left clicking, dragging. So now instead of me saying like a meh pick, pause, first pick, I should just say a meh first pick. Right. So it's essentially it's still like a meh first pick. A little bit of a robotic, like, oh, meh first pick, if you really look for it, but most people won't be looking for things like that. Go ahead and
Shaw.
Do you want to play Shaolin?
Yeah.
Okay, pick Shaw. Okay, pick Shaw. Okay. Cut out the cut out the dead space in between. Again, one more time, hit C, click, V, left click on the edge, drag, left click in the middle, drag, drag. One more place I can cut. And we just listen to it all real quick. Make sure it's sizing. Right. So it's essentially it's still like a meh first pick. Go ahead and
Shaw.
Do you want to play Shaolin?
Yeah.
Okay, pick Shaw. There we go. And then here's the
But that guy wants Shaw, yeah?
I don't know. You can talk to him about that. I sound like a dick. We'll cut that out.
Me no talk. Watch this.
It's Fernando.
I'm funny.
It's Fernando.
See, I say it's Fernando. I like to show this stuff where I pick a champion, you get to hear their voice line. Pick Shaw.
It's Fernando.
I'm funny.
So I don't want to have him say it's funny. I'm funny.
I'm funny.
He says it around right here. You can see where the audio kind of goes up. So I'll cut it right around there, and then I'll find the next spot that I want to cut to.
I love trolling in these serious chats. It makes me... I don't know why, it just makes me feel good. Like, what do you guys think when you're in a competitive game and someone says, me no talk? Like,
I don't think much. I just get sad.
I don't even get a smile in the chat.
Again, we're just looking at audio portions that are just kind of popping up, and then we'll see what they say.
Oh, they got a Victor.
There you can hear me vaping in the background. And I think I can cut it before the vaping really starts. I don't know if it's really important to be like, oh, they got a Victor, but sometimes I'll start editing and I'll get through the whole draft portion and be like, and I'll go back through it, but that's not important. That's not important. They might go Kanessa Damba. I doubt it though, but that would be in a pretty oppressive team. Is Genos already picked? Okay, Genos is already picked. So I want to make sure I don't want that stupid. And sometimes I just say really silly things. I'm like, I'm not going to keep that in. As you probably have seen, I've done already. No, like I said, man, I'm just not aiming too well here. I'm looking for Bomb King. Alright. Here's where I would normally cut it, but let's just not cut it. Let's not cut that little portion. I doubt it, though. But that would be in a pretty oppressive team. Pretty big gap there, so we'll shrink that up a little bit. And now that I'm already zoomed in, I am going to cut it just a bit. While we're already there, right?
Then you have to be on Jox.
No, like I said, man, I'm just not aiming too well here. I'm looking for Bomb King. So here's a trick you can do. And this is very specific scenarios, is where, especially if you don't have a cam where you don't have anything that you need to sync up on the screen, if there's no noises going on and we're just sitting here in the main menu, and watch the screen, watch the preview screen, watch how it cuts, because I cut this, right? And it makes it so the audio sounds good, but watch the video. Like I said, man, I'm just not aiming too... You see that? Boop, 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 boop. It's not that noticeable because it's in the background, but it's kind of noticeable. There's an easy fix for that. It's not aiming too well. This is mainly for Premiere Pro. I'm sure it's possible to do on Shotcut, but when I drag things, see how it drags the audio and the video? If you want, you can make a continuous shot of your video, but then still keep your audio cut. And this is the way that I would do it. Honestly, like if things are getting picked and stuff and you hear like a click in the background, but there's nothing on the screen, that doesn't make sense. But right here, though, there's nothing going on.
Then you have to be on Jox.
No, like I said, man, I'm just not aiming too well here. I'm looking for Bomb King. Okay, so nothing happens. Like nothing happens. So I cut it. I'm going to shrink it a little bit. And then here's the sections at which I want to just have a continuous shot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight all of these and I'm going to unlink. And you can unlink everything. I could highlight though. Before I even start cutting the stuff into segments, I could just highlight and go unlink, and you can do this. The reason I don't suggest doing that though is there's a chance at which when you're dragging something, you forget to highlight the audio and the video, or maybe you miss a little audio or video section. And if I didn't highlight this and I dragged it, it just throws off everything. Like now everything's just weird. But how to do this is I've unlinked it by highlighting all of it, right clicking and going to unlink, which I've already done it, so it's grayed out. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete these last little cut sections, and I'm just gonna stretch this all the way through. So instead of you seeing those weird video cuts, nothing, watch.
Then you have to be on jocks.
It's cut. Like I said, man, I'm just not aiming too well
Audio
here.
cut,
I'm
nothing.
looking for Bomb King. It's nice. I dig it. Looking for Pip heals. That's actually really good too. Keep forgetting Pip is like a viable healer. Or other people started to play. Again, we're just cutting out the dead space. Really good too. Keep forgetting Pip is like a viable healer. Or other people started to play Pip. Okay, so here's a section at which is an example of me not really being able to do this, but I think people would not pay attention to the dink dink noise, and more I want everything to be smooth. And I just smoothed out this section too. So what I'm going to do is I unlinked all this stuff and I stretched it, but it's like, I'll just take this beginning part and stretch it even farther. So now we have almost, in theory, well, I mean, it is a hardcore continuous, where the hell are we? Oh, there we go. Look at this hardcore continuous shot. There's no video cuts. That's actually really good too. Keep forgetting Pip is like a viable healer. Or other people started to play Pip. Okay, so you see how like Terminus gets locked in there at the last second? Or I think he gets locked in or gets highlighted. But you hear a click to play Pip. But it's 15 seconds. It's like, do you want an audio discrepancy or do you want those video random jitters? That's up to you. Content creator decision.
Ooh.
I prefer the random dink over like the video weirdness.
Ooh, the bomb. Bomb King.
Got to keep that in. Cyrus's patented Bomb King noise. And we're going to save. Remember, always save. Control S to save. There's an autosave function, but if your stuff crashes, it doesn't like save to play Pip.
Bomb King.
Now this one I definitely have to I have to let the video cut go through because there's a hard click. I could just cut this out. Again, video editor choice. I'm gonna try to do this on the go.
We both go record?
Would we both go record? Do I answer? No.
You go cauterize, I go record?
Yeah. No. So there's an audio cut, or there's a section at which I definitely want a continuous shot. So I'm gonna highlight both of these, unlink.
Go record?
No. And I'm gonna delete this one right here, and then just stretch it.
Both go record?
No. See, like how much better that is? It's just crazy better. You just have to find the sections that just everything kind of lines up. There's not that many requirements that need to be met, but
I go record?
yeah. And actually, since I'm just talking straight after that, I'm gonna unlink these and stretch it even farther. So now look at this. No.
You go cauterize, I go record?
Yeah. And I'll stretch them both a little bit longer. Give a little bit of just a time for the viewer to pause and just be like, okay, I know what's going on. You're gonna be in the back chipping people, and I'm gonna be up in the front trying to finish stuff off.
Hello, Jake.
And honestly, we're gonna do it again. And these little nuance stuff, it adds up. It adds up and it makes these video editing processes a lot longer. If I were to just drag the whole video in and take my intro and just slide it in with my intro and go boop, you know, and then take my outro, which is way over here, and then just slide my outro, boop, right next to it, you could just be like, done. But I don't know. I'm kind of curious if I do end up uploading this to YouTube, what do you think I should do in this scenario? Do you think I should bust out more videos and have more time to work on my hardcore edited videos? Or do you like these little cuts where I cut out the deaths? We'll keep going.
The Doomfist, huh?
Doomfist!
I fucking hate getting destroyed by Doomfist.
Getting comboed, son.
Welcome. Oh, dude, the combo is so bad.
This is a long video. I can kind of stretch. It's like it's still got 20 minutes left. I don't want this video to be too long, so I think there's nothing else that's really going to be that important. So we're going to cut to me loading in.
Depends on what character you are.
I guess the question is how, like, could you McCree roll out of it? Okay, so here's the issue here is I like to have a good long, I don't know, at least 2 seconds where you can see what I'm playing up against. The question is how, like, could you McCree roll out of it? This is about 2 seconds here, so I'm going to shrink this a little bit more, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to unlink it. And here's the beauty of having background music, is I can just cut this audio out right here. When do I start loading it? Oh, I've already started to load in. Okay, so we're going to stretch both these out a little bit. And we'll drag it there. And then I will shrink this. Pre-roll out of it.
I don't think so.
So now I have an issue where I like to also have the intro of whatever champion I'm playing be there, but it's just not going to happen. So I'm going to cut it about here. We'll delete that part. This is still about 2 seconds. Yeah, pretty much perfectly 2 seconds. We'll shrink it a little bit more. We'll link these again because I don't want to screw up anything. And then we'll go all the way through. Then the problem is I've cut out a lot of the audio, the conversation, and it's weird to come back into the middle of the conversation.
I think if you're McCree, you got a flashbang him. You might be able to get. But like you're still
talking about Overwatch. I think I'm gonna be looking for royal subjects with. Here we go. So now I'm officially not talking about Overwatch anymore, and I'm just talking about other stuff. I added it at dissolve here. I like to do dissolves when big scenes change, like I'm going into the loading screen, I'm dead, and I'm respawning, stuff like that. There's an autosave. Whenever I see an autosave, I just save Control S right away because I know the autosave did nothing. It's more of a reminder. It's like, hey, don't forget to save. I think I'm going to be looking for royal sub, and we're just going to add a little bit of a gain here. Not too much. We'll take the default one and cut it in about half. I think I'm going to be looking... Not much of a gain there. We'll put a... See how laggy this is? I don't know what this is. If anybody knows anything about Premiere Pro, please, if you're watching this, let me know. I have like GPU acceleration on and stuff like that. If I cut this down to half, it should fix it. There we go. But I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it doesn't. I think I'm going to be looking for royal subjects with COT, so I can get good COT spread and we can take control of the right side really easily. Okay. Wow, look at all this dead space I'm cutting. Ooh, but we don't want to cut that much dead space because I choose my loadout, and I know people like to see my loadout. So show me choosing royal subjects. You can see that. And that really easily. And I know I try to get in the habit of holding where the loadout is, but you know, I'm not perfect.
Oh, I remember this guy. I have Overwatch.
5, 4, 3.
I need to show me buying cauterize. Don't need to go much past that. There is a little bit of a weird, see how it's in the middle of Eevee saying 3, 2, 1, so I had a little bit of a gain, and listen how much better it sounds. It should sound a lot better.
I don't know what else.
We're going right side. Meh. We can cut it in a little bit more so it can show us buying cauterize. I've already said that I'm going to buy cauterize, and I don't want to put a dissolve. We'll shrink the gain a little bit. Save it. There we go. There's no like weird, we're going right side. So here's another thing you can do while you're editing. If you want to get better, watch yourself play. You just literally watch it. And two benefits of that, of watching, is one, watching yourself, figuring out plays you missed, and two, you can find funny moments. You know, you're like, oh man, that was really funny what I did. I'd like to zoom in and do this and add a little clip art of something like I kind of wanted to do for that Rob Zombie thing earlier, but I gave up on that. If not, try to throw a grumpy at the top. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward through. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so I can fast forward smoothly. And since I cut out deaths, and honestly, I don't think there's going to be much else. You can kind of see how I'm going to be able to cut down or cut through the deaths, how I'm going to edit through it. And one way I like to keep an eye on where it says streak, and I can just quickly go through. Oh, we died there, so we'll go back to where I died. Interesting. I feel like my double bomb on him did damage of one bomb. Ooh, okay. So another reason I like to watch Bomb King is I usually bitch a lot about how Bomb Kings don't go through people. Or my shots go through people, and I get to watch it. Okay, so I stick him once. I throw it again. It's not stuck, but it's pretty close in front of him. And here's what's... Okay, I see what happened. He has the he has the damage reduction one. So if that did full damage, 900, and knocked it off about 40%, right? Yeah, somewhere around there. So if we double that, which is going to be more than it should have done, that bomb only did about 400 damage. And look where that bomb exploded. It was pretty much right at the bottom of the stairs, and he's right there. It's like, I don't know. Should it do that much? We all know Bomb King. We know the frustrations, but you just got to let it. You got to wait 1, 2, 3 seconds, 0.3 seconds after you think you should to do it. Interesting. There, I should have like backed off. I was at 26 life, and I was just I was confused how I won that. I thought I was going to lose it. I feel like my double bomb on him did damage of one bomb. And I don't, sometimes I would show again what happened in slow motion. You got time to come back and just immediately. So we're going to cut that. I'm going to add a dissolve by highlighting both of these, Control D, add a little bit of a gain. I usually like to shrink the gain a little bit so it doesn't bleed over audio from the first clip to the second clip. Watch it real quick, make sure it sounds good. Interesting. If you got time. And then there's that awful lag. If you got time to come back and just immediately ult, we might be able to take it out. And we'll keep going a little bit farther. There we go, I died again. I hate when I die. It requires me to do stuff. I believe in you, sire. I'm gonna get dropped here, buck behind us, and keep. I believe in you, Cyrus. Although we'd have to touch point. Never mind. That was a good try. There we go. We'll keep all of that in there. Let's go ahead and go. Here's me buying Cauterize 2. We're gonna shrink it a little bit closer to when I do it, and make sure I say right when I say nice try. That was a good try. All right, so I can drag it a little bit farther in there, and the gain needs to be shorter. So left click and all this stuff. Touch point. Never mind. That was a good try. Let's go ahead and grab that Cot 2, baby.
It's gonna help a lot.
We got one streak. That's good. Makes it easier for me to find out where I die. Oh, I'm probably gonna die here. Oh wait, no, I'm in spawn. Okay. Well, we're getting pushed. They capture the point. I knew that. 3 streak, 3 streak, 3 streak, 4 streak, 5 streak, 6 streak. Hey, look at me go. I'm doing stuff. Oh, okay, we're in spawn, so we want to cut it around the time that it... Okay. Someone's about to say something. Peekaboo! Okay, me saying peekaboo. Gotta keep that in, obviously. I love you too, Danku. I love you, Danku. But I would like to get in. Like, I was gonna do 2 games or 3 games, so I'd like to do 3 games.
I wonder how it's gonna turn out, though. I think once you get Cauterized...
Yeah, I think I'm gonna save up for Cauterize 3.
And maybe I'll start hitting shots and that'll be better.
That sucks the Genos didn't go Cauterize. Where'd the Genos go? Oh, you want Wrecker? Yeah, Wrecker's not needed. Con Shield's not that big of a deal. Cauterize probably would have been a little bit better. But that's kind of... That wouldn't have made that big of a difference. Yeah, I think I'm gonna save up for Cauterize 3.
And maybe I'll start hitting shots and that'll be better.
Alright, 8 streak, 8 streak, 8 streak, 9 streak, 11 streak. Man, I'm alright at this game, huh? Oh, I died. Where'd I die at? How dare I? There, I died. I can't get to him. Oh no, I'm dead. It's a bummer.
Oh fuck, I shouldn't have shot.
Try to back off if you can. I don't know where you're at.
I shouldn't.
About 12 seconds to respawn, so I should be coming back. And we'll give it a little bit more running time for you guys to figure out where I'm running into. And we're fast forwarding. We have a 1 streak, so it should be easy to figure out. Oh, I lost my 1 streak already. This is when I regret things. I guess this can be like a half Coach Kami. So I Poppy Bomb in, and I go around the right side. And what I want to do is I want to keep this wall here to make sure I can not get shot there. But then I think to myself, man, it'd be really cool if I got over to the left side, waited for my Poppy Bomb to come up again, and then I could Poppy up here if they're trying to hold high ground, and maybe Shaolin's trying to push up high ground, which is normally what we should do. Hell, I should even be up there. I shouldn't be on the ground. I just had a temptation to push up this far because we had such forward zoning, and we just pretty much wiped the team. Anyway, Poppy Bomb over here. Mid Poppy Bomb, I see... What do I see? About 4 people coming out of spawn. I already knew I was dead. Like, that instant when I saw that, if any of them pushed on me, I'm dead. We hit Buck once, but Buck comes down after me. I hit with a nade. Terminus jumped in. Yeah, and yeah, that was a bad move by me. Used my Poppy to reposition, and they were all coming out. And I literally say it. Okay. So we'll cut it right after I say that. Show me buying nimble. Zoom in a little bit. And then they were all coming out. We can cut out a little bit of the beginning clip. Add a little bit more so you can see what item I buy for sure. No discrepancies there. And I think it had constant power instead of constant gain. So here's another thing. Let me find the next place that I want to cut to. An example of something I like to try to avoid is if I stretch this a little bit farther and I put an additive dissolve, watch what happens.
The conch shield just...
See how it like cuts to me respawning and then there's an additive dissolve that changes to me. It's weird, right? So if I can make it to where it goes straight from where my Bomb King is all black and white. Oof, that's going to be kind of hard. And then go straight into it, but I also want to have a little bit of me going, ooh, because I'm weird.
The conch shield just gets 2 shot.
Okay, that works. Good enough for me. I maybe could tweak that just a little bit. I don't know if Wrecker 3 was worth it though. Conch Shield is... what talent did he go? Well, Firing Line. Makes sense. But yeah, when he doesn't have the Shield Legendary or anything in his loadout, I think Wrecker 2 is enough. If you can 2-shot a Wrecker Shield or 2 shots out of a planted, I think it's good enough.
It's killed.
Here's another example of a time that I'd want to shrink up, put them together so the audio works, cut it, and then unlink these two, delete this little cut, and then extend it. I think it's good enough. I think it's good enough. Yeah, that's fine. Cuts out the little jitter.
Is Kill to Heal crazy? Or Rejuvenate because it's
you won't Rejuvenate because you're gonna be marked a lot from that. That's a good call. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up Reju. What did someone say? I was gonna just let it flow through, but then I say, what did someone say? And so I'm just gonna cut it. And I open up options for some reason. I think I'm trying to hit enter or something and I hit escape because, you know, those are similar. There we go. Just cut out that part. Not necessary. Are they connected? Yeah. And we're watching it again. That slows down the process. Fast forwarding through. We're on a 5 streak. 6 streak. Keep it going. Oh, we're going to jump really far ahead. Still on a streak. Still on the streak. Come on. We've lost it. Son of a bitch. How much farther we got on this? Ugh, come on. Oh god, I died again. Okay, so I'm just gonna wrap this up. At the very end, when I edit a little bit farther, this should be after this. This is the kind of background music. And then all I do is I drag it here. I've got a preset template where it has my special thanks to all the awesome people that are in my tier 2 subs / tier 2 on my Patreon. And I'll drag it over. I'll actually finish it up right here. Kinda there, right? I don't know. GG. Okay, I say GG there. I usually have like maybe half a second of dead space and drag it right over there. And it cuts over a little bit of the video. That's fine. Add a dissolve. Then I'll add a fade on this one instead of a gain because I want myself to kind of fade out while the audio is going. And again, my music will probably be way past this because I'll keep editing it and it'll keep shrinking it. Like I'll cut out this whole portion here. Right? Oops. Hold on. Undo. There we go. I'll be shrinking up all this portion and see, like it just puts a lot. But I usually have it about right there and I'll put a fade. I'll put a big fade and I'll show you the difference of it and then we'll wrap it up. Get into GM. Hear the music, right? We're like kind of there, right? I don't know. GG. Hey, thanks. You still hear the music. If I just have it end like right here and I don't have a fade, it also sounds weird. We're like kind of there, right? I don't know. GG. Hey, thanks for watching. Just kind of randomly does it. So I make sure to extend it a little bit into this and I put a huge fade on it. And I go all the way there. So by the time it hits about here, it's faded so low that this audio is overwriting it. And this audio needs to go up maybe by like 1. And the way that I'm doing that is I'm right clicking on the audio. Since they're linked, if they weren't linked, you'd have to specifically right click on the audio, but they are linked. So I hit Control Z to undo. They are linked. Or not. Never mind. I have to relink them. Apparently undo. No, there we go. Don't mind me. Left right click on go to audio gain. I'm gonna set the gain to about 2. And you can see these kind of match up with this. They go about the same height, right? I don't know. GG. Hey, thanks for watching. You want to make sure your intro and outro are the same audio dB levels as your other one. 400 to get into GM, but we're like kind of there, right? I don't know. GG. Hey, thanks for. And I gotta clean that up, and I'm gonna start doing that. But anyway, I want to know what everyone else thinks. Like, do you think I do a little bit too much in the edits of my regular gameplay videos? Do you like my little silly edits? I definitely want to do my silly edits because I'm a silly person and I like to do the silly edits. But do you think me doing too much on cutting through the deaths and stuff? I like to cut out me like vaping, the sound of me vaping, because I think that's kind of annoying. Again, I apologize to anyone that doesn't like me vaping. I guess I apologize. I don't know. I do what I do, you know? I don't like it because it's kind of annoying to have to edit around it, and it's something I'm working on. I've been cutting down, and hopefully I can just cut it back out. I quit before, but started back up again. I'm terrible. Let me know down in the comments what you think if you've watched this, because I think I will upload this. And the people that watch it, I think, are going to be the people that are very supportive and are willing to watch any video that I put out. And I need more people like you. So I appreciate it. Again, let me know down in the comments. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.
Hey, thanks for watching. I'm not gonna be one of those people who asks you to like and subscribe, so I'm not gonna ask.